another video. And by the way, in case you didn't know, it's already 2029. How old is Trey? Cause he is act off. I think he's like 29 already. So he's about, dude, he's already played like 11 seasons. How many strikeouts does this dude have for his career? Strikeouts, 1,466. I'm gonna go see what the record is in real life. Cause with him, with Trey having almost 1,500 strikeouts for his career, I don't know what is going on with him. "27-year career, 57-14. This guy only has how many? 1466. He's got a long way to go. But again, he's only played like 11 seasons instead of with him being fed up. Wow, it's already October 2029. I'm just gonna, like, with him being so hacked off, I'm not sure if anybody wants him anymore. Is he even benched? Or is this game glitched? He has not played this year, like at all. Oh, I know what I'm doing. Time to crank it up with the money. I want 10 years. I want 10 mil or something like that. I want 10 mil. I'll do 9 mil. Dude. Okay, 8 mil. Dude, you want me or not? what? Screw it.
A
'Cause I'm
manager
done.
admonishes his pitching staff for
Should
giving
have
away
remained a
too
free
many
agent.
free bases.
Time to go to the All-Star game after missing like a long time. I think it says I have 9 strikeouts in that game though.
A pitcher is encouraged to keep looking for improvement.
Like he's getting really hacked off. Like he's starting to give up on his career. Completely.
A player is encouraged to continue to refine a skill essential to his game.
And I don't know why he's giving up now.
A manager checks
He is
in with his
really
ball club.
starting to age.
As the trade deadline approaches, contending teams are looking for ways to improve. Contract year players on subpar teams can expect to draw interest.
Yes, that's exactly what I've been wanting.
A player receives
I've been
check-in
wanting
from one of
to
his
be...
coaches.
I have been wanting Trey to play on an NL playoff team for his entire career. That's what I've been looking for the whole time. No one will give him that.
A season-changing phone call.
Great. Twins, it better be good.
A happy manager welcomes a prize acquisition to the club. He does his best to convey his delight in the development. And with that, this all-star
Better be a
will now
good
take
team,
the field for the first time with
because
his
I'm
new
pissed
team
off
to
at the
their
American
fans'
League.
delight.
I mean, I am just so
Manager
hacked
checks in with his ball club.
with the American League right now. I need to get out. Like, immediately. When it comes to the American League, I am signing with St. Louis. He's been wasting his career. He won a championship in Toronto, but's done nothing else in his career.
A pitcher who has been inefficient from the stretch of late. is
Dude,
given
all
a
he's
coach
done...
up.
He won a championship.
A pitcher is encouraged to keep looking for improvement.
He's already one of the... He hasn't made an all-star team yet. Well, at least it's not what it said. I guess we could view the stats each year. Compared to other players. Except that most of them are retired. I'm pretty sure that
A coach presses a player to keep raising the bar on the development of his
if I
signature
checked out the
skill.
real stats, they'd say that Trey Spawn was worth all-star appearances for many years. 92 strikeouts, that's all.
Locked in a heated race
Like,
late
this
in
year
the
has not
season,
been an
a
all-star
team gets
year.
A pre-game pep talk from their skipper.
Like, that's definitely not been a career. This is not one of those years
With
where
the team's
he...
chances hanging by a thread, this skipper calls for a last stand.
He's actually really started to fall off as a player. Because... let's just say he is just fed up. Yep. Fed up. Fed up, alright. Oh no. I'm not signing a 7-year deal with them.
An early winter check-in. This player is about to hit free agency and is offered guidance on how to approach it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get to an NL team. Mariners and... Oh yeah! There we go! Cardinals. I'm willing to cut down on salary to join my favorite team for 7 years. For 35 million bucks a year. Or not a year, but... Yes! There we go! Go Cardinals, baby! Oh, yeah. Thank God. I'm finally a Cardinal. Trey is finally a Cardinal. I've been waiting for years. Dude, I've been waiting for him to be... Dude, it's already 2030. Really, bro? 2030? We're gonna do second wind again. There we go. Let's see what the crap we can do. I wanna see what the heck we can do. 4.5, really? Unbelievable. He's been a journeyman for a long time, but I feel like he can have a permanent home in
Elite players become so by continuing to look
St.
for
Louis
ways
because...
to refine.
Oh,
A pitcher is
2.65,
encouraged to keep
okay.
looking for improvement.
Yeah, I think I need to work a little bit. And also get a sweatshirt.
A manager checks in with his ball club. A player receives a check-in from one of his coaches. A check-in call from an agent to a pitcher who's been on fire in the spring. A manager checks in with his ball club. A pitcher is encouraged to keep looking for improvement. An all-star player receives a check-in from one of his coaches. A manager checks in with his ball club. A player receives a check-in from one of his coaches. A manager checks in with his ball club.
Attaboy, great job.
A player receives a check-in from one of his coaches. A pitcher is encouraged to keep looking for improvement. A pitcher who's been inefficient from the stretch of late is given a coach-up. With the season winding down and his team teetering at the edge of the race, this skipper makes a with the team's chances hanging by a thread, this skipper calls for a last stand. A check-in call from a representative. Spring training has come again, and major leaguers begin the process of readying themselves for the challenges of another long season. A player is encouraged to continue to refine a skill essential to his game. A pitcher is encouraged to keep looking for improvement. A manager checks in with his ball club. A coach presses a player to keep raising the bar on the development of his signature skills. A check-in call from an agent to a pitcher who's been on fire in the spring. A manager checks in with his ball club. A player receives a check-in from one of his coaches. A pitcher is encouraged to keep looking for improvement. This manager is hoping to stoke the competitive fire of his pitchers. A player receives a check-in from one of his coaches. A manager checks in with his ball club. Elite players become so by continuing to look for ways to refine and improve their skill sets. A player receives a check-in from one of his coaches. A manager addresses his team before a pivotal series. With the team's chances hanging by a thread, this skipper calls for a last stand. Entering the last series of the season, this team's situation is precarious, but not without hope. An early winter check-in. A pitcher who's been inefficient from the stretch of late is given a coach-up. A manager checks in with his ball club. A player receives a check-in from one of his coaches. A player's agent calls to touch base. A manager checks in with his ball club. A pitcher is confronted with a less than stellar stat. A pitcher is encouraged to keep looking for improvement. A manager checks in with his ball club. A player is encouraged to continue to refine a skill essential to his game. A manager checks in with his ball club. A player receives a check-in from one of his coaches. A pitcher is encouraged to keep looking for improvement. A player receives a check-in from one of his coaches. Late in the season and way up in the race, a team is reminded not to take its eye off the ball. A manager addresses his team before a pivotal series. With the season's outcome coming down to a final series, a manager chooses his words carefully. A check-in call from a representative. A pitcher is encouraged to keep looking for improvement.
Oh my gosh. I just realized. I had my microphone off.
A pitcher who's been inefficient from the stretch of late is given a coach up.
Put my hand, Trey's having a good year. But I do guess it's like it's not very far into the season yet, so 4.05.
A GM calls to consult his marquee player about a whim. He delicately floats the possibility of a role change for his superstar.
Let's try it
The
out.
perennial all-star will selflessly accept a role change to try to help his team improve.
Perennial
A
all-star.
manager checks in with his ball club.
I don't think he's made an all-star appearance yet. Maybe he has.
A missed representative wants an explanation. He wasn't consulted about this superstar being asked to accept a role change. He won't tolerate his star being taken advantage of. This player has leverage now, and the agent won't be shy about using it if necessary.
Dude. My agent doesn't
A
understand.
recent position change has this player reassessing his developmental goals.
Oh no. Oh. I wonder if maybe this is what he's been looking for.
A coach presses a player to keep raising the bar.
He has been, however, just very...
A manager checks in with his ball club. A player's agent calls to touch base. The player has decided he might like a role change.
Yeah, I do not... not exactly happy about being a...
A pitcher is encouraged to keep looking for improvement. A pitcher is confronted with a less than stellar stat.
I don't know what I'd rather be.
manager checks in with his ball club.
I wonder what he'd be better as. He's been steady.
Elite players become so by continuing to look for ways to refine and
exactly
improve their
happy.
skill sets.
I think he just needed a break. Ouch.
A manager checks in with his ball club.
Like maybe. Have I been
A
just
player receives a
regressing?
check-in from one of his coaches.
You know what? I'm starting to be fed. I wonder if maybe being a reliever for the rest of my
pitcher is
career would be a
encouraged to
good
keep looking for
idea.
improvement.
I already changed my archetype. He's trying to be an inconsistent starter.
A player receives a check-in from one of his coaches.
Yeah, I need to get out of this thing where I'm I just hate this.
Locked in a heated
New
race late in the
archetype
season,
where
a team gets a
I'm probably
pregame
gonna
pep talk
lose
from
all
their
my
skipper.
stuff and end up being back to a loser.
A manager addresses his team before a pivotal series.
Maybe I'm done.
Entering the last series of the season, this team's situation is precarious, but not without hope.
Oh, whatever. I'm done.
A check-in call from a representative.
I do
A
feel
veteran player gets an unexpected call from his team trainer.
what the heck? I really want to maintain my strikeouts, but I do feel done, sorta, with being a I do feel sorta done. Since I'm already 34 years old and
A pitching
Trey's
coach
already
offers
34.
reassurance to a pitcher who's been knocked around a bit lately. A pitcher is encouraged to keep looking for improvement. Manager checks in with his ball club. Elite players become so by continuing to look for ways to refine and improve their skill sets.
How has his ERA been so good? Oh boy, how did it go up by that much? Went from 2.79 to 2.83.
A check-in call from an agent to a pitcher who's been on fire in the spring.
Dude, this has been his best season.
A pitcher is encouraged to keep looking for improvement. A player receives a check-in from one of his coaches.
Eight and 3. Man, he's good. How is he even able to stay good this long?
A manager checks in with his ball club.
That's my question. He's been good this long. He doesn't make the All-Star appearance. Dude, if he doesn't make an All-Star appearance...
A pitcher is encouraged to keep looking for improvement.
2.79 ERA. I think that seems a little ridiculous. He's having the best season of his career. At 34 years old. Well,
A manager checks in with his ball club.
wow, it's 2034? Holy crap.
A player
3.53.
receives a check-in from one of his coaches. A pitcher is encouraged to keep looking for improvement.
I have been controlling Trey for
The pitching staff
over a
is pressed
decade and
to
a
step up their
half.
game.
He's been playing pro ball for 16 years now. He's 11 and 5.
A player receives a check-in from one of his coaches.
he ever was an all-star.
A skipper appeals to his players to demonstrate some resilience in how they finish a rough season.
205 strikeouts already? Does that not seem a little bit crazy at least?
With the team's chances hanging by a thread, this skipper calls for a last stand.
.39 to 13 and 6. Oh my gosh. 3.5 ERA. That's the best year of his career. Right there.
An early winter check-in. A veteran gets a check-in call from the franchise trainer.
Oh my god. I won the Cy Young. Dude, he won the Cy Young. Let's go. Awesome. Sweet. Oh my gosh. Yes. Man. Trey Spawn finally won. Dude, adding WAR, dude, he had a crazy good year in 2030, whatever it was. 2034, that was a great year. .2034, 14 and 6, 3.5 ERA. 220 strikeouts, which is tied for most in his career. A 1.38 whip. Wow. These are some crazy stats. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Look at these strikeout numbers. Look at these freaking strikeout numbers, yo. What does it say for MLB totals? It says for his career, he has 7 saves, 2,653. Not too bad. 2,653 is really good. In my opinion, at least. Really, starting with a 6 ERA though. 4.09, that's better.
Elite players become so by continuing to look for ways to refine.
I just can't believe he won the Cy Young Award. Young Award for once. It's about time. I bet he's made lots of all-star appearances.
This team's pitchers are being challenged to ask more of themselves.
This has been Okay, this is not going too well.
A player receives a check-in from one of his coaches.
Gotta keep that control up. .86, okay, that's good. Man, he's been
A manager confronts
amazing
his
for a
pitching
long
staff
time,
about
it
an
seems.
unacceptable team statistic.
Still doing well.
A check-in call from an agent to a pitcher who's been on fire in the spring.
Oh my. Again. Again. Really. .36 ERA and leading the league in strikeouts. How is that even possible?
A player receives a check-in from one of his coaches.
When he is already 35, 36 years
A
old.
pitcher is encouraged to keep looking for improvement.
Just imagine. Oh my gosh, 2.95 ERA now? Oh my gosh.
A manager checks in
This is
with
too
his ball
much.
club.
.3 ERA.
A pitcher who's been inefficient from the stretch of late is given a coach-up.
I don't know if he's ever made an all-star game before. Probably has.
A manager checks in with his ball club.
Started out the season badly. It's only 100 each. What? Is that really my first all-star game? That cannot literally be my first. That cannot be Trey's first all-star game. If that is literally his first all-star game.
A player is encouraged to continue to
That will
refine
make
a
him
skill
probably.
essential to his game.
They'll probably make Trey the player, the Hall of Famer with the
A player
least.
receives an unexpected call. It's his former high school coach, who was an important mentor and advisor to him in his teen years.
Wow.
Most high achievers have, in their past, an important someone who first believed in them.
Really? I'm surprised he didn't make the All-Star game in 2034. Even though he won the Cy Young Award, he was not an All-Star that year.
A pitcher is encouraged to keep looking for improvement. An all-star player receives a check-in from one of his coaches.
Keeps getting lower.
Holding a modest advantage late in the season, this team is implored to protect the lead they've worked to build. A manager addresses his team before a pivotal series.
10-6, huh?
With the season's outcome coming down to a final series, a manager chooses his words carefully.
Oh my gosh. Holy crap. Oh! Yes! Second championship! There we go. Let's do it. Oh my gosh, I turned my TV off.
What were you trying to do?
Turn the volume up. Because we just won the World Series. Yeah.
83 and 79 record.
Yeah, I accidentally just turned off my TV. My dad was wondering why. My dad did not realize, however, despite the 83 and 79 record, that they had one of the greatest pitchers in history. Yeah. Who won in strikeouts? Nice. We did it. Wow, that's second spot. Second Cy Young award in a row. Let's see how old he is. But first, let's look at his stats. Holy crap. 1.4 ERA in the playoffs. 3.64 during the season. I don't know how old the dude is. He seems to have gotten better. 11 and 7. Strikeouts. 240. Oh my god. 240. Who led the league in strikeouts? Dude, who led in strikeouts? That... Dude, if I did not lead in strikeouts... 30 in the playoffs. Dude, 240 in the playoff. Dude, 30 in the playoffs. 3 walks. How many walks did he have during the season? 99 overall. Oh my. Walks during the season. 42. That's the 3rd lowest in his career. And look at his age! 35. He did end up losing some weight. He did drop down to 230. He has started to get older. Like, really started to get older. Hairline's changed. Kind of back to his old style. Wow. Dude, am I gonna make the Hall... Is Trey gonna make the Hall of Fame, though? Holy crap. Wow. Can't believe.
A congratulatory
2893. Yeah, you can't stop Trey from playing.
An MLB team trainer checks in with one of his star veterans.
Man, look at those career stats. And the heater back onto low. It really starting to get really hot now. Can't believe that. Can't believe it. Wait, did I just say 77? Wait, what? Knuckleball 77? Oh, maybe. Dude's definitely starting to get old, that's all I can say. Really starting to get old. Can't believe it's already, I don't know, 2036 or something. Like, he is just crazy old. 2036? Dude, how is he averaging an 8.1 ERA? Oh, there we go, 4.32, that's better.
A pitching coach offers reassurance to a pitcher who's been knocked around a bit lately.
3.52, that's better. 3 ERA now? Okay.
Looking for improvement. this team's pitchers are being challenged to ask more of themselves.
2.39? Oh my gosh. This is too much. Dang.
A player receives a check-in from one of his coaches.
$2.85. Holy crap. 2.72?
A manager checks in with his ball club.
$2.53.
A player's agent calls to touch base.
Definitely.
Trying to go through an entire watch for this guy in one day.
Kinda.
A player receives a check-in from one
Wow.
of his coaches.
Can't believe this video is already 91 minutes long. It's worth it though.
A
Just
pitcher
look
is
at the
encouraged
ERA.
to keep looking for improvement.
2.84.
A
And he's
manager
almost
checks
40.
in with his ball club.
He's having his best years. It's like the later... It's like the older he gets, the better. Oh my.
A player receives a check-in from one of his coaches.
3 words. I've had enough. This right here, it's crazy. 2.5? Really, bro? 2.5 ERA?
A manager
Holy
checks
crap.
in with his ball club.
2.38 now? And he's not a reliever either.
Regardless of how he may be performing, when a player reaches a certain age, a new variety of questions starts coming. From this
My
point
dad doesn't
forward,
understand
any minor
what old
slip
people
or
look
slump
like.
might be perceived as a herald of decline. It's a new challenge that every player, if he's around long enough, will eventually face.
If I didn't make the All-Star team... Oh. Well, dude, I think I can win another I think I can win yet another Cy Young Award. 231... No, oh wait, that's not the stats. Strikeouts this year so far, 128. But Trey's getting worse. Does stink.
A player receives a check-in from one of his coaches.
2.33. I'm surprised it took him so long to be an all-star. Despite all the great years he had when he was younger. Ever since signing that 7-year deal with St. Louis, he's gotten so much better.
Elite players become so by continuing to look for ways to refine and improve their skill sets.
Oh, 178 strikeouts. Really?
With the season coming down to it, This team
I don't
has a
get
healthy
this at all.
divisional lead. The manager would like to keep it that way. A manager addresses his team before
Oh
a
my
pivotal
gosh,
series.
2.8, 3.01 ERA. This is just too much.
With the season's outcome coming down to a final series,
Can he win
a
another
manager
title
chooses
though?
his words
Oh
carefully.
man. Okay. Ah. Dang, almost won another championship. Wow, look at all those guys retiring. Now these guys that are making the Hall of Fame aren't even real at this point. I'll play another like 3 years for maybe $15 million. I'm worth the 5 mil. I feel like I'm worth that. I feel like that's okay. 14 mil maybe? Okay, maybe 2 years and 9 mil.
About 1 billion.
Oh my. 3,097 strikeouts for his career. Not bad. He plans to play for a
An
while
off-season check-in from a
longer.
player's agent.
Trey refuses to
An
retire.
off-season check-in.
His career has been a very good one. Winning 2 championships already. Huh. I led the league in WAR again. Not strikeouts though. Dang, couldn't win another Cy Young, unfortunately. Nine ERA, really, bro? Impossible. Dude, this is
A player
impossible.
been treated to keep developing the skills that are vital to his makeup.
Definitely starting to regress as a player. Off to a rough start, but he'll get back to his former self in no
A
time.
manager checks in with his ball club.
Despite finishing with an ERA barely over 3, he didn't win the Cy Young Award in 2036, which
A pitcher who's been
really
inefficient
hacked
from the
him
stretch
off.
of late is given a coach up.
And he's not doing well this year. 1-4, 4.83 ERA, only 66
Player's
strikeouts,
agent
1 and
calls to touch
5.
base.
No, I'm good.
A manager checks in with his ball club. Elite players become so by continuing to look for ways to refine and improve their skill sets.
Oh yay. ERA's finally below 4.
A manager checks in with his ball club.
It's not that much, however. Unfortunately. .88, really?
A player is encouraged to continue to refine a skill essential to his game.
.87, really?
A manager checks in with his ball club.
He's actually starting to do better again.
An all-star player receives a check-in from one of his coaches. A pitcher is encouraged to keep looking for improvement.
I don't even know how to improve when he's, I think, like a 99 or a 97. Somewhere around there.
A player receives a check-in from one of his coaches.
We're getting a little bit worse. 3 1/3, huh?
A skipper appeals to his players to demonstrate some resilience in how they finish a rough season.
.37, 3.4. Ouch.
You got stumped last year?
Hmm?
Did your team stink?
Okay, I think that oh my. I'm retiring, honestly. Where's like the retiring option? How do you retire? Well,
Sure.
here are my stats.
You out?
You know what? Screw it. 200 strikeouts. Actually, wow. I think it's over. Well, you know what?
An early winter check-in.
We gotta wrap up here. I mean, look how long the video is. I'm done. Screw it. Well, this is the end. We're gonna look at our stats one more time to end the series. Peace.